Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dimitrios here again. Yes, it's been a long time. Sorry about being away for this long. I've been on holiday and I've taken a fair amount of time. I went on holiday on the 20th of December, actually, last year. And I took a little bit of a break or hiatus from social media as well. So for those of you who do follow my channel, my apologies. I am back, so don't worry. I'll be making a lot more videos in the next coming months. But I just want to let you know I'm not gone forever. I'm still here and nothing's wrong. Nothing's bad that's happened. But I've been on a great holiday. I went over to South Africa. I went to visit my mom and friends and so on. And did some great things. Like I did a safari, which was fantastic. And just enjoyed myself, really. And I haven't done that in a long time. And enjoying my newfound health and enjoying my time that I have left, really, at the end of the day, which is, it's a great thing to be enjoying hopefully the next 50 years, because I'm 51, and enjoying pretty much what's out there in the future for me. Now, a little bit of a breakdown, just to give you all an indication as to how far I am with my carnivore and in general the lion diet, just to give you a bit of a progress update. I'm now officially 52 kilograms lighter than what I was when I first started, and great news for everyone, I'm still alive, and it's almost 1 year that I've been doing this. When I say almost, in 2 days exactly, on the 19th of February, today's the 17th of February, on the 19th of February, which will be in 2 days, so that's not Tuesday, but Wednesday this week, it'll be an official 1 year, 365 days of doing the lion diet and carnivore back up and down. And I can say, honestly, with all my fiber of my being, that I am extremely happy with the results. As you all know, if you've seen my videos, I never started this journey to lose weight. That wasn't really my intention. I started it so I could recover my burn, which I had on my first degree burn that I had on my hand. And as you can see, it's almost nearly fully recovered. And when I first did this, it was all about the recovery process, because one of the doctors had said to me, and you should go back and watch the previous videos I've done. They said to me, look, the fastest way you can recover is to get rid of carbohydrates and just do as much as you can when it comes to protein and get enough collagen in your body. I'm like, okay. And being South African, I don't have a problem with that because I love my red meat. So I proceeded with this new journey, but I never in a million years would have expected these results. And I'm so ecstatic. I'm so happy. I've now finally reached my goal weight of just under 100 kilograms, and I was 152 kilograms, actually. Pretty bad for my height. I reached a very bad size. And I'm now under 100, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm ready to take on the next challenge, which is literally start working out properly almost every day now, and going to the gym and really pushing it to the next level. And I'm ecstatic about the results, absolutely ecstatic. And there have been some interesting challenges along the way. When I went over to the holiday, it wasn't that simple to carry on doing what I'm doing. It wasn't that easy. It was quite tricky to do. Even though I was in South Africa and even though they've got incredible meat over there, I was, staying with my mom, and it wasn't that simple for her to deal with this kind of food intake that I have, and also going out with friends and stuff. It wasn't that simple to stay away from carbohydrates. I did manage to do it, though. I had to drop down a few times to the carnivore diet, so I had to leave the lion diet and drop down to carnivore, so I could have different cuts of meats. On occasion, I had 1 or 2 fish. I had some cheese, some milk, yogurts, that kind of thing, and eggs as well. I haven't stopped doing that. So it's fine. I had to drop a little bit down, but I didn't. And this is the best part about the holiday. This is the first holiday I've ever taken where I've lost weight. Usually I just gain weight. And this time I lost weight. Not a lot, 1.5 kilos, but over a 1.5-month period time. Yet I wasn't following it strictly Lion diet. I'm ecstatic with the results. I'm absolutely, blown away by the fact that I was able to maintain it. Now, I've been back in the UK now for 3 weeks. And yes, I haven't had time to make videos because I've been back at work and I've been solidly working. But today was the day that I had to make a video. It was time. And it's been a long time since I've been away. A couple of additional things that have happened. Apart from the fact that I lost a little bit of extra weight, I am now no longer eating every day. I'm now reaching the stage where I am eating every second day. So yesterday I didn't have any food whatsoever. I've gone on this keto where now I'm no longer a 24-hour keto. I'm now almost 28 hours, close to 30 hours keto. So yesterday I had no food. Tonight I will have. So basically, it's an entire 24 hours plus an additional, say, 6 hours. So literally 30-hour keto. And I feel fine. I feel fantastic. I've had no issues. I've definitely increased my intake of water to another level altogether. Let's take a swig of water. And I'm no longer on like a 2-liter a day, 3-liter a day. I'm close to 4 liters a day. And it's, I had some really important decisions to make. Would I carry on doing this? 1 year into this. And of course, 100% I'm going to carry on doing this. There's no way I'm going to change my life. I am feeling too great, too good, ecstatic every day. I feel amazing. I don't want to change. I feel great. And I know I feel my best when I stick to the regiment of the Lion diet, which is not easy for most people to do. But I feel fantastic on the Lion diet. And on occasion, I'll drop down to the Carnivore diet and I'll have, a little bit of cheese, or I'll have fish or whatever. But that's on occasion. Now, the other thing, apart from the fact that I don't necessarily eat every single day, I'll eat like every second day. The other improvement that's happened is obviously my hand has improved to the point when I've got full sort of feeling everything's back, everything's great, everything feels great. But at the same time, I am sleeping a lot better. And I noticed the sleeping is actually not that I wasn't sleeping that great for the whole year. No, I was, but I'm not able to very quickly go to sleep and very quickly wake up without having the need to waste time in the evenings. And that's pretty big. And at the same time, the other third big sort of advantage that I've noticed is my ability to handle stress is just second to none. Like anybody driving around the way I do, traveling the country, traveling to Europe for that matter, for work all the time when I'm living in Wales, I do a fair amount of travel. And there's, a fair amount of idiots on the road driving like absolute Neanderthals. And there's a fair amount of road rage that can happen on the roads. I no longer get angry anymore on the highways. I don't get angry on the roads. People cut me off, fine, it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't have this stress and need to fight back, to get angry, to be confrontational like I normally am. And I don't really look at life the same way anymore, so I don't really... those things don't bother me anymore because, in a way, my brain now has sorted itself out. You see, a lot of people seem to think that, you've got to get your brain right. And then when you get your brain right, then you've got to get your body right. It's actually bollocks. And this is an English term we say, an absolute trash, okay? Nonsense. You've got to get your body right first. You've got to eat better. You've got to feel better. And when you do that, your brain naturally goes into its natural state. So I'm just feeling more balanced. Absolutely more balanced. In fact, it's helped me with everything that I do. My work has improved. My technical work and my creative work has improved by leaps and bounds. I'm able to work on many different things in many different ways without having to worry about, oh, my brain has to change thinking because now I'm doing something technical. I'm not doing something creative. I don't have this, oh, I've got to change the way I think. I've got to cut off and think. No, it's just a natural flow. I've got like this natural flow between everything. And I'm just very well balanced. I don't get angry easily anymore. I don't get upset. I don't get stressed. I don't feel tension. I don't have any kind of crazy anxieties or anything like that. And it feels great. It feels fantastic. On the downside, and many people seem to think it's on the downside. Me personally, I couldn't care less. But I've broken up with a girlfriend. Not interested in nonsense. And the wonderful thing is now I can see beyond the bullshit. Sorry, ladies, but many times men can't see that. And I've now finally got to the stage where I'm just no longer taking nonsense. And if a woman comes along and she can stir my emotions, stir my loins, stir my intelligence, more importantly, and also, give me peace, give me understanding, then it's fine. Then maybe I'll get together with her. But when it comes to learning to read between the lines and understanding the difference between reality, honesty, respect, and bullshit, back to being single again. I feel fantastic and I feel great. And I just went out the other day and I had a fantastic night. And yeah, I mean, I could see straight away when a woman's been disingenuous, when anybody's been disingenuous, let alone my friends and family and whatever. And now I can see past all the nonsense. And I no longer need to get involved as much. I can listen a lot better. And I'm starting to analyze a lot easier. Now, you can counter that and you can say, oh, it's probably because you're 51 years old. Yeah, I'm 51 years old. It's great. I feel fantastic for 51. And yeah, you probably have had enough time to learn yourself and learn other people. Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. I can probably attribute it to that. But at the same time, I'm just able to see past the bullshit. And people have called me out on it. My friends have called me out. They said to me, how did you know that this would actually happen? How did you know that, she was doing this and she was not acting like this, or that person was not being genuine or whatever? And the strangest thing is I wasn't like this last year. I was pretty intuitive and I can pretty much read people, given me enough time to do so. Now I can almost instantaneously do it. Because I don't know what it is. I think it's this positive frequency, positive energy that I have. And like I said, I don't get angry. I don't get upset. I'm much happier. I feel great. If someone has been angry and been upset and been terrible with me, it's fine. It doesn't bother me anymore. You get a lot of people that are having bad days, There was a case where yesterday I went shopping and I had to go and pick up some meat. And this person cut in front of me in the line was just being very arrogant, very annoying, very angry with people, and was being particularly like obnoxious with a slightly older person in front of them. When I say slightly older, the person was 70, 80. But that person that was being obnoxious was slightly younger, and they were being very angry with that person. So the younger person was being very angry with the older person who were in front of me in the line. And, just reacting wrong and reacting angrily and all that. And I was like thinking about this, and I took the person to the side, the young person, and I very calmly and collectively said, you may be having a bad day, but you don't necessarily have to take it out on that person, because you know what? You don't realize this right now. And I said it with a smile, and I said, your day is coming. One day we're all going to reach that stage when we're going to get that old. And do you really want to have someone of your age talking down on you and being this angry and being upset and being so, negative and all that? I said, well, it's not helping you in any way. It's making you more stressed. It doesn't help the other person. It's making them more stressed. The teller or the person sitting behind The teller over there, the person who's taking in the money and all that, they're getting stressed. People in the queue are getting stressed. Ultimately, that negative thought process that you have is going against everything, yourself and everybody else. I said, really? And I said, what is it? Is it helping you? It's not helping you in any way. It's making things more delayed. So that person just snuffed, whatever, put the stuff away and walked away. I'm like, okay. The older person turned around, and just before the younger person walked away, the older person turned around and said to that person, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was just battling with this kind of stuff. Thank you for being patient. So literally cut the wind out of the person's sails. And I just stood there and I was like, wow, I couldn't have said it better myself, even though I was trying to communicate with this younger person who was taking out on the older person. And then the old chap turned around and said to me, thanks for being, nice and sticking up for me and taking that approach. You didn't have to. I said, I know. Didn't do it for anybody else. I didn't even do it for myself. I said that was just the right thing to do. He says to me, you'd be surprised how many people don't do that. I said, you know what? There's many people that are just having bad days and bad years, We've been through a tough time. The whole world's been through a very difficult time, and I don't blame anybody. I really don't blame anybody. But I do blame one thing, the food that we eat. Because if that had happened to me 2 years ago, I probably would have been as equally angry, but not angry, but equally annoyed and fidgety and whatever, like the other person was, with that older person, in the queue. I probably would have, got gripey and annoying and angry on the roads when I'm busy driving, going from one place to another. I probably would have not taken someone's insults a lot easier like I'm doing now. Now, if someone swears at me, gets angry with me, gets upset, it doesn't worry me. It literally bounces off me. I honestly don't have that issue anymore. And in fact, I'm not confrontational, which is fascinating, because usually I am quite confrontational. I'm half Greek, half South African. I've got the drama of both, hey? But the funny thing is now I know how to, I guess, channel it. And I feel like my reactions towards what happens with whatever I'm going through are far more balanced now than they ever were. And I don't have this, Pandora's box that I land in, or, Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole, and I don't find myself going down the negative route anymore. I find myself always seeing the positive of things, the light, the happiness, the joy, and I cannot attribute that to time and life. I can't, because it's not that long ago. It's only been 1 year since I started this journey, but I do notice the difference. In fact, my family and friends have noticed the difference. And I was like, maybe it is the food intake that I'm taking. But ultimately, I just feel great. And I hope and I wish that for all of you. I truly do. You cannot believe how great you will feel if you do this for 90 days. And I'm not saying do it for 30 days. Or 60 days. I mean, if you're serious about your health and you want to live longer in your life, but the living longer is kind of a silly term because nobody really knows how much time we have on the planet. But let's say whatever time you have, don't you want to live it at the highest possible, conceivable quality possible? Are you overly concerned with quantity? Do you prefer things and items and sort of material objects, or do you prefer the most important currency that you have in your life, and that is your time? Because the more time you have, the more time you have to enjoy all those other things. So at the end of the day, don't you want to live the highest possible quality life in whatever remaining time we have, whether we have 1 year, whether we have 10 years, whether we have 50 years? Does it really matter how much time we have? I used to worry a lot about dying. It used to stress me out a lot. I used to get anxiety attacks from it. When you're sitting in a couch and you're thinking about one day possibly not existing, like you're no longer alive. And you know, it's obviously a stressful thought. Nobody likes to think about their mortality. Nobody does. And we're always worried and concerned about, the death, and one day, you know, we're going to go away. But you know what? You won't know it happened. And more importantly, why worry about that one day that's going to happen and lose out on every other single day that you have? Get quality of life. Get that back. That unique feeling that you had when you were a kid, where everything you wanted to do in life was fun and exciting, and everything you tried was fun and new. You know, you were curious about everything and curious about life, and you try and experiment everything, and you did things. Why did we forget that? Why did we as adults forget to be kids? There's nothing wrong with growing up and being mature about life. But there is a very big problem when you forget to have the kid in your heart. Because you take life too seriously. And when you take life too seriously, it's kind of silly, because let's think about it this way. Nobody gets out alive. Nobody. That's a foregone conclusion. So if that's the case, we're all on the same baseline. We're all going to go one day. So, right, take that aside. What are you going to do with the remaining time you have? Don't you want to be at the best possible feeling in the world? Don't you want to feel amazing, feel fantastic? I can tell you right now that 1 year ago, I never felt like this. I've always been a relatively positive person, not really being negative. I've been quite confrontational. I can get angry, believe me, and you'll know when I'm angry. When I'm very quiet, I'm about to blow up like a volcano. And I normally don't these days. And more importantly, I'm pretty honest with myself. You know, I'm not 100% honest like I should be. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to improve in life, but at the same time, I am 100% loyal with everything I do, and I put everything towards what I do. And I have never felt the way I felt the last year. I have not felt that in my 50 years I've been alive. Until this last year, my 51st year. I feel the way I used to kind of feel when I was a kid. When everything was exciting, everything was colorful, everything was amazing, everything was brand new. Even if I go back and I re-experience something now, it's strange that I don't experience it the same way as I was experiencing the last 50 years. This reflects on all the things I do, the work that I do. It reflects on my creative work, my technical work, the people I'm with. It reflects on everything, which is fascinating to me, because I see the better part of everything. I walk around and I feel things, I see things. I am much quieter because I'm noticing things now. And I was very intuitive, even from a young age, and I was exceptionally curious from a young age. But now I am hyper intuitive, hypersensitive, but not the extreme sensitivity where I'm like, negative or sensitive in the way that, I let things affect me in terms of feelings. No, I'm actually, funny enough, it's almost like there's a shield around me and I feel incredible, but at the same time, I can handle things in life. And I've never felt like it. And I think the last year, now that I've taken on this journey of being a carnivore and /lion diet for the last 365 days, I can safely say to anybody that if you do this for 90 days and you don't see an improvement, I will eat this hat. I kid you not, I will eat this damn hat. But you've got to do things correctly. You've got to be pedantic about it. You've got to be serious about it. You're putting a covenant in place. You're making a promise to yourself. And, you can break a promise to some people because sometimes you may have to. You can break a promise to even family members because sometimes you may have to. But when you break a promise to yourself, that's got to be one of the worst, ultimate, possible, conceivable sins and mistakes you can ever make. Because when you let yourself down, you're letting down the one thing that is a gift that is given to you. Do you understand how many ancestors there have been before you to create you? Your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-great-grandparents. I can go back 9 levels back. For that entire chain to have happened, if you really think about that entire chain of ancestries to have happened, to create you, to bring you into this world, irrespective of your belief. Doesn't matter what you believe. You can believe nothing, or you can believe different faiths, or you can believe one faith. There's only one arguable truth. If you're alive and you're breathing, something created you. Someone created you. Okay? So ultimately, isn't it an incredible thing? Now, imagine that you make a promise to yourself to truly respect what you have. Your mind, your body, your soul, the way you are with people, the way you are with yourself, the way you are with your family. If you break that covenant, if you break that promise to yourself to be the ultimate possible conditioned human being that you can be, it means you're not just letting down yourself, you're letting down your entire ancestry lineage. Because it's taken that many people to bring you to life. So why are you letting down yourself and that entire blockchain of people, the entire chain of 9 levels going back of parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents? I can go on all day. Why are you letting that entire chain collapse? Why are you letting go? Why are you actually losing that capability, that faith, that incredible DNA? Why are you messing that up? Surely you want to live at your optimal conditions so that you can have not just the ultimate respect for yourself, but you can have the ultimate respect for everyone around you and everyone who's been before you to bring you here today. I never really understood this. I always thought, I'm getting healthier for myself, healthier for this, healthier for that. It's not really just that. If you are healthier, you'll feel great. If you're healthier than many people around you, you'll feel amazing. If you're healthier than the majority of people around you, you're superhuman. I feel superhuman. And even though I'm not, I'm just a general person, nothing fancy. I'm a 51-year-old guy. I'm single again, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. Sad but great at the same time. But it's not really sad, really. It's just annoying. And at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. I'm not worried about it. I no longer stress about the little things in life. I'm more concerned about making sure the little things in life are at the highest possible quality that they can be, so that when I am working with those little things in life, and they're not part of the bigger me, the bigger self, the bigger everything around me, then they equally balance me out. Thereby, nothing will unbalance me. And if I do come across a scenario which is quite difficult to deal with, then my balance may be shaken a bit, but I won't fall over. And that, to me, is why doing the carnivore and lion diet will give you the best possible optimal condition that you can possibly think of. Now, I did my blood takes, by the way, when I was back in South Africa. I did blood tests and all that. And the doctors turned around and said to me they said, you have the metabolism now of a 25-year-old, which is insanity. I'm 51, double the age. And they only said to me, you should actually increase your intake on water in case your uric acid does increase because you're having a lot of water. I'm like, okay. That you're having a lot of meat, right? My apologies. So you should increase your water intake so you can break down the meat fibers a lot easier. So the more water will break down the fibers, make sure you don't build too much uric acid. I said, okay. And then one other doctor also mentioned you should just increase the up intake of your fat intake, but obviously keep it at the right level. I'm like, okay, I can handle that too. And I've done all that, and I feel even better now. So I have no negative things to say, apart from one thing. I should have done this a long time ago. But, hindsight analysis is easy. But the other thing that's also quite important is, if you have tried everything else and nothing's worked, then what's the one thing that you will lose if you try this? A little bit of extra time? Whoopee. The fact that I've invested 1 year, 365 days almost, just 2 more days, and I'll be 365 days into the carnivore and line diet, which blows my mind. The fact that I've invested this amount of time, and people said to me in the beginning, don't do it, you're going to die. 90% of the people that did respond negatively to me, they said to me, you do this, you're going to die. Like literally they said, you're going against the grain, you're going to do this, you're going to die. You're going to have lack of balance, you're going to die. You need vegetables, you need fruits, you need a balanced diet. You know what? Absolute and total garbage. Absolute and total garbage. Sorry, everyone. We've been lied to for many years. Don't get me wrong. Carbs are a wonderful thing. They taste great. They taste amazing. Don't get me wrong. And even till today, I can clearly tell you that I'm still addicted to sugar, even though I don't have sugar, and I haven't had sugar for 365 days. But I know I'm still addicted to sugar. Because even when I smell it, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind having that, And I know I won't have it because my brain is a lot more intuitive now, and it's a lot more in touch with itself, and I can handle saying no. I don't have a problem with cravings. But, there's been an occasion once or twice where I've had a coffee here and there, and people have just stupidly left sugar in the coffee, and my brain spikes. So I know straight away I'm addicted. But I know also that even if I have sugar, and if I have it once or twice or whatever, I know that there's no way I can go back, because I know that the next day I'm not going to feel great. And I know the difference between feeling amazing and feeling terrible. And my body is at that level right now, it's so detoxed that if I even attempt to have something with sugar, I know that the next day I'm going to absolutely feel it, which means I'll know what I should not do again for a while. So at the end of the day, all I can say is try this out. Try it for 90 days, see what happens, because my results after 365 days have been remarkable. My results of recovering have been absolutely remarkable. My abilities and skills and intuition and thought process and clarity and incredible amount of weight loss without any kind of stretch marks whatsoever has been phenomenal. Okay. And I'm still trying to figure out where the negatives are, apart from the fact that I just should have done this a long time ago. That's really the only negative. And I can tell you right now that this will change your life, because it's changed my 51st year of life to the point now where I feel amazing. I feel better than what I felt when I was a teenager. And I felt incredible when I was a teenager. In my teens, I was footballer, rugby player, Latin American dance champion. And yeah, I was a dance champion in South Africa for 3 years in a row. I used to do athletics. running, surfing, shooting, all sorts of crazy stuff. Highly creative. Wrote most of my kids' books when I wrote them when I was younger. Did so many things. Had so many relationships. They were great relationships. Good, bad, whatever. Seriously fit. I was exceptionally fit. I had an 8-pack, right? And I mean, we're talking, everything was at the right level. I was at peak condition. And yet, I feel better today than I felt when I was a teenager. I may not look as great as I was, and I'll get there eventually. I'll have my 8-pack one day, maybe at the age of 52. By the end of October this year, I should have the 8-pack. It's going to happen. I mean, my stomach is flat now, so I'm at the next phase now. So it's like, wow, So now I'll get the physique back. I won't look the same way like when I was young. I mean, obviously that's stupid thinking, but I'm okay for 51. I mean, apart from the fact that I've lost my hair, which is always the case. And it's only because I just shaved it off anyway. But I lost my hair when I was 21. So it's not like I'm going to get it back anyway. But the point is, that hasn't changed. I haven't lost any more hair this year than I did last year. So it's not like, there's been a negative. No. But I feel absolutely fantastic. So that's what's happened in the last month and a half. I've been on holiday. I've enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed myself. I've had incredible time. I took a break and a hiatus away from social media. Why not? You should unplug. The one thing that I never did in my life is unplug properly. I did this time and unplugged correctly. And I'm a very, very, very technical person. Like I'm an extreme technical. I do digital forensics and do sort of all kinds of security auditing and all that. So that's my main career. But at the same time, I'm also highly creative. I'm also a digital photographer, a videographer, and I do creative writing. So my brain handles both equally as powerful, equally as well now. I always used to have a little bit more of a technical brain than I had a creative brain. Now they're on par. In fact, my creative brain is sort of taking over now. And, or creative part of my brain is taking over, sorry. So, but I'm just more balanced, just far more balanced. And, I have the last sort of month and a half, the weight's going up and down. It's always scaling up and down. One day I'm a little heavier, the other day I'm a little lighter, but it's always remaining at that level, which is, I'm pretty comfortable with everything. I'm even if I lose no more weight, I'm fine. But I know I'm going to lose weight even further than what I have. It's inevitable. That's where the scale is going. So, it like the stock market might do this and fluctuate. Its natural progression is always to eventually go up. Well, my fat intake might be, fat gain, I should say, is naturally, it's waving like this, but the natural intake is fine, and the natural output is slowly going down. That's what I see. At some point in time, I'm probably going to plateau and keep it nice and steady, but I don't think I've plateaued yet. So I may not be losing as fast as I wanted to lose, but that's only because I need to do more workouts. I need to do more walking, more running. Not that I like running. And I know I'm going to get results, but here's the thing. I no longer search for the results. I don't even weigh myself anymore, unless I really have to. I'll probably weigh myself at the end of the week, maybe once a week or something, if that. Because that doesn't bother me, because I can actually feel from my clothes. I've given away 80% of my clothing. I actually have to go buy new clothes. Because all the other clothes are just too big for me, and in all honesty, I don't want them. I want to try new stuff. I want to try new things that I haven't worn in years. In fact, some of the older stuff that I kept when I was a teenager, I'm wearing now, which is crazy. One of the T-shirts that I have, which is kind of crazy, it's not that it's stretched, it's just that I've kept it and I've never worn it on purpose because I wanted to make sure one day I wear it. It's a medium-sized T-shirt. Now, bear in mind, when I first started this journey at the beginning of last February, 19th of February last year, I was 152 kilograms. I was a triple XL, 3 extra large, 3XL, which is insanity. Because in my 18s, 19s, 20s, 21-year-olds, I was a 32. In other words, I was a medium. I'm almost a medium now. I'm teetering between medium and large at the moment. And I've literally skipped 3XL, 2XL, extra large, and I'm now medium to extra large. I'm like, it's insane what I've reached. And yet, I haven't lost my muscle per se. Yeah, I've got a bit of atrophy on my arms and that. Obviously, because I'm not working on my arms. The one thing where I have not lost muscle in is my thighs, my legs. I've always had strong legs, even from rugby. I have lost none of that. It's my strength in my body, and that's what's kept me going. And it's great to see, because now I've got more shape. I've got more tone. It feels fantastic. So let me cut this video short. I know I've been talking for a while. It's been quite some time that I've been talking here. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown, get back to everybody, let you all know that I'm not gone. I'm back. I just had to take a little bit of a break and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Enjoy my hard work that I did last year, the money that I made, the loss of weight, the gain of health, the enjoyment of my life. Put it all together, have a great holiday, then come back feeling amazing, and then get back into social media and get back into sort of making videos. But now this year, I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to take a very different approach to my videos. I'm going to be a far more positive person anyway. And it's not that I've been short of being positive, but now I can really dig down and bring out the truth out of everything. And that's what I aim to do this year. So hopefully you can, continue following me. And those of you who've been solid supporters and have kept me going, thank you. I don't know what amount of sort of followers I have. I may have lost a couple along the way, but it's fine. And at the end of the day, I don't chase that, but I'm thankful that you're all still around and you're watching my videos, and I'm hoping that you continue to do so. I'm going to bring out all sorts of stuff, technology videos and creative videos and honest videos and, things that I do daily. And I'm sure you know by now that I don't script any of my videos. I don't need to anymore. When I know I'm going to talk about a topic, I just go straight up and I talk about it. I'm being straight up and honest. I believe that's the truth. If you want to be genuine, this is the time to be genuine. The time has come for people to be genuine. Because I know around the world, people are craving being genuine. We're done with we are done with falsehoods. You've seen around the world, there's been so much dedication by governments and organizations and just evil people trying to destroy mankind, trying to destroy women, trying to destroy families. And it's so idiotic because we only have a very short time to live. If anything, you should be propping that up. You should be boosting families, boosting men, boosting women, boosting kids so they can be more active and spend more money and be enjoying in life. Because then you're just going to make more money anyway as a company, you stupid idiots. So it fascinates me, the short-term thinking that so many evil people have, which is just stupid, greedy, annoying, and it's futile, absolutely futile. If anything, concentrate on boosting everything you do, your quality of life, and around you, help people, help others, help them get to that stage, get people happier, healthier, get them there, because it all works out. Balance is the natural state of a human being. We're not designed to be unbalanced. You can see from the results. Whoever's done this and whoever's stuck to it, the results are evident. You can't argue with the results. You can look at white papers and you can look at medical journals and you can look at all that trash that's out there, right? Because it's all funded by illegal activities. It's all funded by companies that want to actually lie to you. You can look at all of that and that means nothing, because there's a concept called proof is in the pudding. No matter what you try and do, no matter what kind of recipe you follow, if your recipe is correct and the proof is in the pudding and the pudding comes out and it tastes great, what else do you want as affirmation in life? Proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the outcome. Proof is in the way you feel. Right? Plain and simple. Proof is there. So what are you going to do about it? It's one of the reasons why I have the website goodcarnivore.com. But more importantly, this year, I'm going to be pushing the positive elements around that, the positive thinking around that, which is my other brand, which is don't say it, do it. That's my other brand. It's called Don't Say It, Do It.co.uk. And it's all about getting your head right, your headspace right. But you've got to get your body right first. Because if you don't get your body right, headspace cannot get right. People think it's the other way around. It's wrong. I used to think that way. I used to think, you got to get your head right first and then you got to get your body right. No, absolute nonsense. It's actually the other way around. You'd be surprised how your brain reacts when your body is feeling healthy. It goes on to super duper mode. It goes into superhuman mode. When your body's not at optimal condition, your brain handles things, but it handles it based on chaos management. It's not proactive. It's reactive. Now, when your body's right and the chemistry in your body's right, your brain operates at superhuman level, which is what it's designed to do. It's the most incredible thing in the world, the brain. Why are you depriving it from operating in its optimal condition? Why are you depriving your life of being at the optimal quality condition? Same goes for like me being single again. You think that I'm going to allow another person to make me feel bad, make me feel depressed, sad, angry, and upset about the journey I'm taking? No. Why should I take and tolerate someone, whether they're a friend, whether they're somebody else, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a wife, and in your case, if you're a woman, your husband, boyfriend, whatever you have, why should you tolerate anything less than 100%? Why? And if you do tolerate, is there an end goal? Is there a reason for not having that 100% quality? If you're going to be with someone in that room. And I don't mean by a room. I don't mean a room as in a physical room. I mean in a situation, in an event, in a specific place and time. Whether you're in a room, whether you're not a room, it doesn't matter. Concentrate. Be present today. Don't worry about the past because you cannot change it. Don't worry about the future because you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. Worry about now, how you feel now. Concentrate about now. Because when you concentrate on that and you improve on that every single day, you have the best possible chance to improve your future so that the outcome of your future is not as negative as some of the things that have been negative in your past. I mean, I hope that's logical enough. If it's not logical, then I don't know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, make a change. And don't say it. Do it. Truly, don't say it anymore. Do it. It's absolutely paramount that you do this. Don't say it. Do it. In fact, I should get a hat that says that. In fact, why not? Let's just do that quickly. Let's grab a hat here. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. There we go. Don't say it. Do it. Why not? Because, I mean, that's where it should be. Don't say it. Do it. Because talk is cheap. Start walking the walk. If you don't walk the walk, no matter what you say, no matter what you read, no matter what anyone else has told you, no matter what other people write about what they think, what they've come through, what they have done, what they have researched, whatever, all that means absolute nonsense and gobbledygook, as we say. It's all down to what you do how you do something, how you react to something, how you react to yourself, and the covenant and promise you make to yourself. You break that, it's like you're denying everything that you're living for. And I don't give a damn if you're not a believer of Christ, or you're not a believer of God, or you're not a believer of Allah, or not a believer of whatever, any kind of religion you can possibly think of. It doesn't really matter what you believe and what you don't believe. You're alive, aren't you? You're breathing, right? So believe that. Okay, so if that's the case, why are you letting that down? This gift that we have. Stop saying you're going to do something and do it. And that's my motto this year. And I learned this motto from a very, very intelligent teacher when I was a kid. And when I say when I was a kid, when I was in my 10 and 11 and 12 years. I'll never forget it. She's probably not alive anymore. Her name was Mrs. Donaldson, back in South Africa. And she used to always say to me, Dimitri, don't say it, do it. It used to annoy the heck out of me when I was a kid. It used to annoy me. Don't say it, do it. And I never caught on. I never understood it. Not like I do today. This last year, the last 365 days, Mrs. Donaldson, if you're alive or not, and I know even if you're not alive, you can pick up my frequency wherever you are in the world, whether you are in this world, whether you're in another world, whatever the heck happens when we die, because nobody really knows what happens when we die anyway. Whatever. We're all interconnected somehow. I believe what you said. And I truly, for the first time, understand what you mean by don't say it, do it. 365 days will be in 2 days, will be my entire year I've been on this. And I can tell you right now that I'm so glad I did. I'm so happy. And and nothing and nobody and no situation can take that away from me. Nobody can. No situation can. And I will deal with the most difficult things in my life coming up in my life. That's part of life. But I know that I'll be able to handle things better now. And I tell you what, it ain't over yet. Because if I can reach what I have reached in 365 days, my next 365 days are going to be exponentially better. And that's just going to give me the ability to strike such an incredible balance in life that I'll be at my ultimate superhuman level, balanced way I could possibly be, and finally recover those 49 to 50 years of abusing my sense of self, physically, mentally, everything, by letting the world dictate how I should be. It's no longer going to be the case. Finally, I can say that I am balanced. All right, everyone. Thank you for your time. Sorry, I've been rambling on. Catching up. I'm catching up. Been away for a while. I will do my very best to make a lot more videos in the next coming months. I promise. That's an absolute promise. And I only say it and I now do it. I don't play games. But I've been away on holiday. I'm back now. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for following me. I appreciate it. You don't believe, and you cannot believe how humble I am based on the fact that I even have some followers. I think it's a wonderful feeling. And can't wait to get more followers. But more importantly, I want to connect with you. And I want you to, talk and communicate and chat and ask questions and give me feedback because, I want to help. as much as I can. Just like when I deliver training to companies and I deliver training to people, I love that ability to help somebody get something that they haven't got. If I'm able to give away some knowledge and some experience that I've been going through, and if it helps you achieve something easier, better, faster, more efficiently, and more importantly, get you there, it's a great feeling in the world, because there's nothing better else in the world. You can make all the money in the world. You can be great to yourself too. And you can even be great to family. But as soon as you are great with everything and everyone around you, and I mean everything, nature included, and people included, then you achieve the ultimate balance. And there's nothing better than that feeling. There really isn't. All right, everyone. Thank you for your time. Much appreciated. It's Dimitrios here from OBIPIXEL today from the brand goodcarnivore.com, and don't say it, do it. And I'll be making more videos for the other different brands that I have when it comes to my video channel, because I don't just do one type of video. I'm not the kind of person who concentrates on one niche. I just don't believe it's necessary. Every human being in the body is multifaceted. Every person in the world can do many things. Don't ever let that discourage you. Don't ever let people seem to tell you, they love telling you, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and that's not possible. That's wrong, and it's untruthful, and it's silly, because every human being has the ability to achieve anything possible they put their mind to. So at the end of the day, thank you for everything. And it's Dimitrios here again from OBIPIXEL, signing out.